Hello and welcome to the Tales of a Retail Nothing podcast. The podcast made by a retail worker for retail workers, wherein I'll tell you of the horrors of the human condition seen in my near 15 years in the industry. Shudder in terror as you hear tale of stories most bizarre and strange, where ignorance and stupidity reign, here in my tales of a retail nothing. If you've met with horrible fates such as these, then this is the podcast for you.
And welcome back to the Tales of a Retail Nothing podcast. I am recording semi-live from my room as we have lost power today, so that was a eventful end to an eventful workday, where fortunately we haven't lost power. However, we did have to stay until almost 8:30. You know, corporations as they are. If there's money to be made, you gotta squeeze as many dollars out of those people as you can. Yes, we pretty much dipped off at around 4 o'clock today, and pretty much was dead until we left at 8:30 of our own accord, because why are we here? Which brings us to the point of this particular podcast, mini-sode, shall we say. Why do retail places stay open when inclement weather is occurring? Because it doesn't really make a whole lot of logical sense. It costs more for the company for labor, electricity, lighting, etc., especially for a pet retailer, keeping everybody, happy and healthy. Logically, it makes no sense. To me, of course, people that make these decisions are from California, and they don't really have to worry about snow, whereas us people in PA and, other areas, we're used to it at this point, but it still doesn't make it any less pain in the ass to deal with from a retail standpoint. We made, maybe a little bit over $1,000 for the day. I'm sure our budget was probably around 4 or 5, so to me, that seems like it wasn't really much worth it for us to stay there, but that's how it always is. We stay open on holidays, too, and it's like, why? You make maybe $1,000 for the day. It's hardly worth what you're paying for in electricity bills. It's nonsensical. Clearly, the people that make decisions have no clue as to what we have to deal with when this sort of thing occurs. Like I said, thankfully we didn't lose power. Small condolence. Coming from my point of view, it's just one of those things. It doesn't make a whole lot of logical sense to me personally, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, dog cookie. The way the dog cookie crumbles. Ha 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 ha. Funny joke. But such is the life of a retail worker. Anyway, just perfect day here in the sunny and wintry state of Pennsylvania. Meanwhile, everywhere else, weather is normal, but here in PA, hold my beer! I'm gonna get all 3 seasons in the same month. Don't you worry about that. Now, 3 out of 4. Just one of those things, Anyway, that's just one of my my bigger gripes with stuff like that. Inclement weather, whether it be rain, flooding, or snow, which we typically have after the really heavy snow around here too, so it tends to be problematic on both ends of the spectrum. I'll tell you right now, I don't think nature has any idea what the fuck's going on. The birds and the trees and all the plants, they I don't know what fucking season it is. Can't say as I blame them. I'm not sure either. I'll tell you this right now, it's not doing me any favors with my depression. The inclement weather is just wreaking havoc on my ability to sleep in any capacity for any length of time. Hopefully the power being out will help with that tonight, but that remains to be seen. Seasonal depression is fun, kids. Don't get it. So I'm pretty much like out of condition for 3 to 4 months out of the year. It's great. So thanks again for coming and listening to me gripe about retail problems. This is pretty impromptu, so, one of those things that is probably relatable to just about anybody in a particular field of work. So if you have any stories of staying open when there's inclement weather in your store, bring them on to me. I'll relate them to all the internet masses. Thanks for listening.